What's good, Buffs Nation? A lot of buzz, a lot of great news going on with Colorado, and a lot of hating coming from outside the club, man. What does all of that mean? Well, this week is Big 12 Media Days, so you know Coach Prime was placed on the spot, asked all the difficult questions, gave the only responses that Coach Prime would give, and it worked a lot of people up into a tizzy. We're going to talk about that so you Buffs fans will know what to prepare for as we continue to go on in preparation for this season. Man, we are like 6 weeks away from college football. I know y'all are hyped because I'm losing my mind. But the good thing is, next week, we get college football. The game. Right. The game drops next week, and there's a lot of even more buzz around Colorado and the rankings. And man, when I show you these, if you haven't seen them, you're going to lose your mind and get excited. Hopefully you saw him yesterday, but hey, it don't matter. We're going to dive into that. And so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about some of the headlines from the media days and what jumped out from what Coach Prime said and the players to watch, of course, because you had Coach Prime there, you had Shedeur, you had Travis. They're out there getting it in, which is always what you want. And then we're also going to dive into a commitment that should be coming this weekend. So let's keep our eyes open for that. Let's talk about all the latest news here on the Prime Time for college football. All right, first thing on the docket, we got to talk NCAA 25. So yesterday, they dropped all of the top rankings, so your top 100 players. And then you're going to start seeing the team rankings and stuff soon because early access begins on Monday. Yes, I know everybody's going to be excited about jumping in and playing that game. I've already got it pre-ordered. I hope you do too, and be able to jump on, have some blast. Now, I'm not sure about doing an online dynasty. Your boy ain't ready for that no more. These little kids play a little too well with video games, and at this age, I ain't got the same reflexes. But I'll say this. I'm definitely going to be playing and start my dynasty with a team, and I'm trying to figure out who that's going to be. We'll talk about that another day. But because it's on the way, you start to see rankings drop. This is what we're starting to see. Here's your top 10. You'll notice there's a big-time name on this list that definitely should get all y'all excited. That's right, Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter is listed as the highest-ranked wide receiver and the number 3 ranked cornerback. He's number 6 overall with a 96 rating. Why is that significant? EA Sports is showing the respect to Colorado that nobody else wants to. Everybody's looking at that 4-8 record, saying they're going to be even worse. They see all the shuffling out of the transfer portal, which the thing intrigues me the most is, can Coach Prime put this together the right way? Well, EA Sports thinks that the team's going to be a heck of a lot better than what it was before Prime got there. Cannot beat that. And so because of it, they're seeing that they're seeing a progression. The anticipation is Colorado's going to be good. We talked about this in the last video on where Colorado was ranked as far as overalls. A lot of people lost their mind. They're trying to figure out, why are they getting all this respect? Oh, EA Sports is doing this for clicks. They're just trying to get people. No. I think the evaluators actually watched ball and recognize at this moment, these are some of the top players. So you got Travis here, top 10 player, number 6 overall. Shedeur finished up at number 17 on the list, and he is the highest rated quarterback on there. He's a 93 overall, so basically tied with like a few dudes. So Shedeur is your top quarterback with Carson Beck right behind him. You got Travis Hunter as your top rated wide receiver and your third rated, top rated cornerback. That's huge. But what does that really mean for Colorado? Again, the point is, it shows that the evaluators are watching ball and they recognize what they're trying to do at Colorado. There's no value in just throwing them out there like that. I mean, people are going to pick the team they want to pick and they're going to play regardless. The kids are going to go in there and change the attributes and make the team as good as they want it to be. This doesn't change much, right? So I always thought it was fun. I think it's funny that everybody's just throwing so much shade at the fact that Colorado has these good ratings for their players in this historic game. Heck, Coach Prime got his guy on the front. Travis is on there. They think it's because Prime. No, Travis Hunter is that good of a player, and he's going to continue to show it this entire season. Like, he's an incredible football player. Love him, love his game, And so this is where Colorado needs to now take advantage of it and go out there and ball. And so that's the cool stuff. Make sure you hop in the comments. Let us know what y'all think about that. We love to hear from you all. Y'all know we like to get the engagement going around here. So drop a comment. Let us know. All right. Next up, we've got to talk about Coach Prime at the Big 12 Media Days. Now, Big 12 Media Days is huge. It's in Las Vegas this year, basically the former site of the Pac-12's Media Days. And we ain't got that no more because Pac ain't there no more. But Coach Prime decided to, field some questions and stuff. And I got to watch a couple of his pressers, which were fantastic. He talked about how much he loves football and how exciting football is just itself. Get to play this little kid's game, and he's been able to do it since he was a shorty. And he was able to, being for Fort Myers, he really raved about just football in general and how college football is just amazing. And, of course, us as fans, y'all are watching videos about college football. Obviously, you agree, because I definitely agree. Well, from there, they were talking about, Shador. He had conversations around that. He talked about Travis Hunter, but he dropped a quote about Travis. When he dropped this quote, some folks was losing their mind. This is what he said. He's something we haven't seen in college football. Charles Woodson was him. Champ Bailey was him. Those guys are unbelievable. But Travis, he's the best wide receiver in college football, and he's the best corner in college football. Let's let that soak in. Coach Prime believes he has the best two-way player in the league, of course. Granted, he does. Travis Hunter is the best two-way player in college football. Ain't nobody playing both sides of the ball the way he is. He also believes he's the best wide receiver. There's an argument there. I mean, he's battling Luther Burden over there in Missouri for that title right now. But he also believes he's the best cornerback, in which you saw with the ratings from NCAA, he's battling that corner out there in Michigan for that position. But I got to ask y'all, how off is Coach Prime? Do you really think that Travis Hunter is the best on both sides of the ball? Do you think Travis Hunter is even the best corner or wide receiver? Like, there's a lot of conversation that's been going on about Travis Hunter's ability and what he's able to do. And I'm going to be honest, I think he can be both. Like, it's funny because he compared it to some greats, right? Champ Bailey was a monster in Georgia, right? He was a beast. And Charles Woodson, he was one of the players that actually made me like Michigan as a kid just because of his ability to play both sides of the ball and be in the return game and be that dangerous. Charles Woodson's a legend. Champ Bailey's a legend. Can Travis Hunter ascend to that title? I don't know, but I think there's a big-time possibility because of the way that Prime uses him and the way that Prime has him going. That man knows how to leverage the capabilities of a guy like Travis Hunter. And we saw it last season. Now the team has gotten better. The anticipation that the acquisition of players have improved. A lot of things that need to be improved. Not only like the offensive line, but the defensive line, the edges, the linebackers. Everything has seemed to have gotten better. Bringing in new staff members to make him even better from there. Bringing in more NFL experience. And he made this quote too, which I thought was a fascinating one too. He said, they asked about the NFL experience that he's added to this staff. And he said it bluntly. How am I going to teach somebody to get there who ain't never been there before? Right? Need to bring in people that can teach who's been there. Ones that have seen the landscape of what players look like in the NFL and be able to guide these students that really want to play in the NFL, guide them there. You got to have that. And that's the one thing I appreciate about the way Prime runs things is he's always seeking guidance. He's not trying to do everything himself. You see him with the staff members that he brings in. He ain't bringing in scrubs. He's bringing in dudes that can actually help, that were some legends in the game that can teach. Not all legends are good at teaching. We've seen that. That's why most great players cannot be head coaches. Most of them struggle in that because their egos get in the way and they try to figure out why you can't do what I used to do, right? We've seen that before. The cool thing about Prime is Prime's like, I'm going to show you the work ethic you need to do. The ability is going to be on you, right? I can help get you to the position. I can lead that horse to water, but I cannot force you to drink. That's the thing that's appreciated about the way Prime is doing stuff. It's he's letting people know, look, I can help you. That's my goal. But you got to put in your work there. And so he's so old school when it comes to that. You know, that's what I appreciate the most about it is he's such an old school type coach. You know, it's work your butt off, get the opportunity. You know, people think that it's daddy ball or whatever. I mean, Shedeur is considered one of the top quarterbacks in the country, so obviously it makes sense to play your son if he's that good. You can't force feed a son into college football. Believe me, we've seen people try to do that, and we've seen those players not last. It's the game itself. We're going to wrap this up, though. Saturday's anticipation for a commitment from a wide receiver out of Texas, Cornell Franklin. And predictions came in. We talked about that in another video, the last video we dropped before the holidays, that's who we're anticipating the Buffs to win. Not saying much of anything besides the fact that there's a chance that the Buffs can win, but we'll definitely cover that as soon as he drops his commitment. It's supposed to be sometime in the afternoon on Saturday. You know I'm excited. I hope y'all are too. So let us know what you think. Hop in the comments. How you feel about the NCAA rating? What did you take from the Big 12 Media Days? Did you catch anything in there that got your attention? Would love to hear from you all and see what you think. All right. Like I said, we had another video that we talked about things, and you got to check it out up here. We dive into the potential commitment that's coming. You'll see the details in there and a little bit of film. Something to get you excited. And we'll have some more videos coming down. Now that we've got the content, we're going to have power rankings and all that to talk about. So check that video out. We'll talk soon.